we're happy to be here today. Thank you for having us and for setting this all up. I'm Alex Downey with Annamaet Pet Foods. I'm the business development manager at Annamaet. It was actually started by my parents, Rob and Mary Jo Downey, back in 1986, and we're a family-owned and operated dog and cat food company. We're a little bit different than your normal company. We're really big into the outdoors. We're really big into nutrition. And we actually spent a lot of our winters racing sled dogs up in Alaska. So every year we'd be up there in the cold as I was growing up. So we have sort of a different look on the environment. A lot of people up there use sustainability, sustenance living, and they live off the land. So sustainability has sort of been a fabric of Annamaet since we started. And as many of you know, there's a sustainability issue going on in the unsustainable fishing in the oceans, which is sort of it's a big part of our industry here in sourcing of ingredients. So Annamaet decided to see what we could do and do our part in making a change. So in 2016, we partnered with the MSC, the Marine Stewardship Council, which is sort of the gold standard for sustainability in seafood. And what they do is they monitor certain levels of fish in the ocean to make sure that we're not overfishing and then we're leaving enough for future generations. So later that year, we came out with Annamaet Sustain, which you can see here. It's an Alaskan cod formula where all the fish in there is line caught. And the cool thing that they do is it's actually traceable from the boat that fish was caught on all the way to the bag that it ends up in. So they're monitoring at every level of the process to make sure that we're leaving enough for future generations and that we're not overfishing. Since then, we've launched 2 more sustainable MSC certified formulas in feline sustain, which is the cat version of this. It's an Alaskan cod formula as well. And then we've released a puppy food, which is Ohana, Annamaet Ohana. We've since then added a 4th member to our sustainable line of kibble in Annamaet Rejuvenate, which is a senior formula that isn't MSC certified because it's a little bit unique. It uses silver carp, which is an invasive species out of the Illinois River region. They're native to Eastern Europe and Asia, where they're sort of a delicacy there. But here they're considered an invasive species. So we're trying to clean up the rivers and use them as much as we can. They're a really clean source of protein. They're eating algae and plankton pretty much all day. So they're eating up the diet of the native fish, sort of squeezing them out. But that makes them a really good protein source in that they're really clean and really high in omega-3 and 6 fatty acid levels. In addition to that, across all of our formulas, we're using sustainable ingredients wherever we can, like the algae that we use. So we don't have to use as much fish oils, which is a real big issue in the industry. The algae allows us to get omega-3 and 6 fatty acids in there at a much more sustainable level than using straight fish oil. And it's actually much more stable in terms of how it's put into the food in a powder instead of a fat, which is going to oxidize. But anyway, yeah, that's it for Annamaet. But we're really excited to be part of the PSC and the community that you guys are building. So thank you for having us.